Everyone always says the same thing about you.
Don't worry, she's got it. He's so calm under pressure. I don't know how they stay so composed.
And you take it as a compliment. It is one, but I want to show you the quiet cost buried inside it. Because when you're the calm one, something happens that nobody warns you about. People stop checking on you. And here's the worst part. You stop checking on you, even when things feel out of sorts. I've spent close to 30 years in corporate change and transformation, and I've watched this trap catch the most capable, most composed people in the room. Today I want to talk about what it actually costs to be the one who always looks fine. So let's start with the compliment itself.
You're so calm under pressure.
It sounds like praise, and part of it is. But listen to what's underneath it. When people say, "You're so calm under pressure," what they often mean is this:
I don't have to worry about you.
you free them from concern. You've told them without a word that you don't need anything, and people believe you. That's the part that stings. They take your composure at face value because you're good at it. So the support that flows naturally to the person who looks stressed, the check-in, the "are you okay?", the offer to help, it quietly roots around you. It's not out of malice, because you made it look like you didn't need it. Here's the distinction I want you to hold on to. Looking calm and being okay are two completely different things. And the better you are at the first, the easier it is for people to miss the second. I know this one from the inside. Years ago, in the middle of a brutal stretch of work, I was the composed one, steady, delivering, the person who had it handled. From the outside, I looked completely fine, right up until my body decided I wasn't. The calm was real, but so was the cost underneath it. And nobody could see the second thing because I was so good at showing the first. That's the danger. When your calm is convincing enough, you can be in real trouble and still be the last person anyone thinks to worry about, including sometimes yourself. And that's the part I want to sit with for a second, because it's the one nobody talks about. When you're the calm one for long enough, you don't just go quiet on the outside, you go quiet on the inside too. You get so used to being fine that you stop noticing when you're not. The tiredness that isn't lifting, you call it just a busy patch. The dread on a Sunday night, you call it normal. The thing that used to be easy and now takes everything, you push straight past it. You've become so good at managing your own signals that you've stopped reading them. So let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually checked in with yourself? Not your to-do list, you. How you're actually doing underneath the coping. So if you can't remember, that's not a small thing. That's the trap talking. And it doesn't stop at people not checking on you. It compounds, it adds on, it grows because you're steady. You become the safe place to put things. The difficult client goes to you. The crisis lands on your desk. The project nobody else can hold, they hand that to you because you won't drop it. Sound familiar? Every time you handle something calmly, you quietly volunteer for the next thing. And here's where it becomes a cage. Slowly, without anyone deciding it. You become the person the whole thing runs on. You can't take real leave because it all just waits for you and piles up higher. You can't fully hand something over because it comes back messier than you gave it. You become so dependable that the system now depends on you specifically, and stepping back feels impossible. You didn't ask for that. You earned it, one calmly handled crisis at a time. And now you're stuck inside your own reliability. And let's talk about the thing nobody says out loud. Leave that isn't really leave. Here's the reality. A lot of teams are stretched thin. Sometimes there's only maybe one or two people who do a particular job. And when you step away, there's genuinely nobody to hand it to. So the clean advice, just switch off. Don't check your email. It's a lovely idea. And for a lot of you, it simply isn't true to your world. Sometimes you do have to open the laptop on your day off. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But here's where you have a choice, even inside that. It isn't whether you touch work, it's how much and on whose terms. Because there's a version where the laptop stays open the entire day, where just checking one thing becomes 4 hours and your leave quietly evaporates. And there's another version where you decide the time limit in advance, 1 hour. At the start of the day, you deal with what genuinely can't wait. You close it, and the rest of the day is actually yours. Same amount of work. One leaves you a holiday, the other does not. And then comes the hardest part, the part that has nothing to do with the laptop. It's you who needs to mentally put it down, even when it's difficult, even when your mind wants to keep circling the thing you saw in your inbox. That mental disconnect is a skill. It's harder than the boundary itself, but it's the one that decides whether you actually rested or just relocated your desk. Let me be direct with you, because I'm not standing outside this one either. This is a trap I still catch myself in. My whole brand, the thing I'm known for, is that my work speaks for me, which is a beautiful thing. It's also exactly how you end up never asking for anything, never signaling strain, always being the reliable one until the reliability owns you. So I'm not telling you I've solved this. I'm telling you I see it clearly now, which is actually the part that changes everything. So what do you actually do if this is you? There's a few things. It's not dramatic, but it means you need to be deliberate. First, let people see the effort, not just the result. You don't have to fall apart to be human, but you can say the true sentence out loud.
That one took a lot out of me. That was a hard week.
You're not complaining, you're correcting the record. So people stop mistaking your calm for the absence of load. Second, say what it cost when you deliver, not all done. Try,
That's done. And it was a big one, hey?
one sentence. It tells people the thing was heavy, which they genuinely cannot see if you never say it. Third, check in with yourself on purpose. The same way you check on a colleague you were worried about. Ask yourself the real question and actually wait for the honest answer. And fourth, this is the hard one. Make yourself less essential on purpose. Yes, you heard me right. Make yourself less essential on purpose. I know that feels backwards, like you're making yourself replaceable. You're not. You're building something that doesn't collapse the moment you take a breath. Hand one thing over fully. Let it be done differently than you do it. Let someone else become a safe pair of hands as well. So you're not the only one. Because being indispensable is not the badge of honor, it sounds like. It's a slow way of never being allowed to rest. This is episode 3 of the Expert Paradox. Episodes 1 and 2 are waiting if you're new here. Remember, new videos every Monday and Friday, my midweek reboot live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. South African time. If this landed, subscribe so the rest of the series finds you, or send it to the calm one in your life who never lets on how much they're carrying. Looking calm and being okay are two different things. Don't let people confuse them, and don't confuse them yourself. Every crisis you handle quietly, you volunteer for the next one. Say what it cost. Being indispensable, that's not a win. It's how you end up never allowed to stop. And always remember, you matter.